While despite the Batman and Robin movie from 1997 was a major disappointment at the box office, and they originally wanted to put this film right after this, but despite that film's failure, it just got postponed to the next year. But ended up being a much better film than what we got with Batman and Robin. So, and oh wait, and it's based on Batman the Animated Series. So here it is. This is my review of Batman and Mr. Freeze Subzero.
This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Joel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1998 direct-to-video superhero film, which is animated, Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, released by Warner Bros. Under their Family Entertainment label. This is the second film based on Batman the Animated Series, taking place between the end of the series and the start of the new Batman Adventures, which recently started the previous year. Featuring Kevin Conroy and Michael Ansara voicing the titular characters. This was originally to be released to the market in tie-in with Batman and Robin the previous year, but despite that film didn't do too well, it got postponed to 98. It was animated overseas by Coco Enterprises and Dongyang Animation South Korea, both of which had recently worked on Batman the Animated Series. Let's begin with our story. Since his last encounter against Batman, Victor Freeze has made a home for himself in an Arctic cave with a newly adopted Inuit son, Kunek, and polar bears Nachka and Shaka. His wife, Nora, remains in her cryogenic frozen chamber while he seeks a cure for her illness. A research submarine surfaces through the frozen floor of the cave, shattering Nora's containment vessel and causing her to rapidly deteriorate. Freeze freezes the submarine crew and returns to Gotham City, enlisting his old colleague, Dr. Gregory Belson, to help find a cure. Belson determines that Nora's only chance at survival is an organ transplant, but due to her rare blood type, there are no suitable donors. Freeze declares they will use a live donor, even if it means killing an innocent person, and bribes a reluctant Belson into compliance with a promise of gold that will end his financial problems. After learning that Barbara Gordon, alias Batgirl, is a perfect match, Freeze kidnaps her while she is on a date with Dick Grayson, alias Robin. Barbara is taken to an abandoned oil platform where Freeze and Belson falsely tell her they need her for a blood transfusion to save Nora. Barbara reluctantly agrees to help. Back in Gotham, Bruce Wayne, alias Batman, and Dick investigate Barbara's kidnapping, which leads them on the trail of Belson, whose wrecked car Bruce had discovered earlier in a deep puddle on the night of his disappearance despite no rain. They investigate Belson's home and track Belson's broker, Dean Arbogast, who explains Belson's debts to them. In the process, Belson calls Arbogast from the oil platform and a passing ship sounds its horn, leading them to learn where Freeze has taken Belson and Barbara. They also deduce Freeze's plan from a list of supplies used for an organ transplant that Belson left behind. As they head for the oil rig, Barbara realizes Freeze and Belson have been lying to her and escaped with the help of Kunek, who Freeze had falsely promised that Barbara would not be harmed. Batman and Robin arrive in the Batwing and they confront Freeze and Belson, who accidentally starts a fire by shooting at the fuel tanks. Now, I'm going to go to the ending, procedure. If I send to stop this video, go to the description box, fast forward to the time below. As I'm counting down now, if you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Freeze traps Batman, Robin, and orders Belson to perform the operation despite the fire spreading rapidly across the rig. But Belson pushes Freeze under some falling debris and attempts to escape. Freeze survives with a broken leg, while Belson is crushed by the falling helipad while escaping in a speedboat. Batman and Robin escape and free Freeze with Barbara's help. He begs them to save Nora and Kunak first, who Barbara helps get on the Batwing. Despite his efforts, Batman is unable to save Freeze, who plummets to his apparent death. Batman makes it back to the Batwing and they fly away just as the rig finally explodes. Freeze, however, is revealed to have survived and swims to safety with the bears. Sometime later, Freeze has returned to the Arctic and sees on a television in a research station that while the world believes him dead, Nora has been revived after an organ transplant funded by Wayne Enterprises, moving him to tears of joy as he walks away with his polar bears. End of story. So, what did I think of Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero? Now, like Mask of the Phantasm, I've only seen this a few times, but I will say this is a very good film. I like this film for what it had to offer. Even though the film's only a mere 66 minutes, this still proved to be a very good swan song to Batman the Animated Series. Now, apparently, I will say that I enjoyed this just as much as the other film. The film sits at certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with 92%. TV Guide praised the film for being more enjoyable and far less campy than Joel Schumacher's two live action Batman movies. In addition, the magazine stated that though clearly aimed at kids, there's also plenty to keep adult viewers entertained, not the least of which are the amusingly curvaceous drawings of several dishy dames and the exaggerated muscularity of Batman and Robin. DVD Talk noted that the film was a solid adventure that played out like an extended Batman the Animated Series episode, praising the character of Mr. Freeze but criticizing the simplistic plotting and scripting. But that's understandable. Yet, now this was directed by Boyd Kirkland, who also worked on Batman the Animated Series. He also co-wrote the script with Randy Rogel, who both produced the film. This was released on video cassette and also on DVD in 1998. From which it was originally supposed to come out on July 15th of 97 and to be cross promoted with Planet Hollywood and Six Flags theme parks. But despite the poor reception of Batman Robin, it was delayed and didn't see release until March 17th of the following year. Anyway, now the film's been released on physical media and it's also available on Blu-ray as part of the complete animated series of Batman the Animated Series. After the success, Warner Bros. Greenlit the production of another film entitled Batman Arkham, and Boyd Kirkland was attached to write and direct. It would have Batman and Robin facing off against a collection of Arkham Asylum escapees, in addition to Batman finding himself falling in love with a new character planned to be voiced by Angie Harmon. The main cast of Batman the Animated Series was attached to reprise their roles. Stephen E. Gordon also drew some concept art for the film. However, the film was eventually canceled in favor of Batman Beyond Return to Joker, which also featured Harmon. Which, of course, Batman Beyond would actually premiere right about the time, well, just a few months after this came out. And would have Conroy back as an aging Bruce Wayne. While Batman Arkham eventually became the name of a successful video game series by Rocksteady Studios and featured Conroy as the voice of Batman. Now, the fourth and final film of the original run of the DCAU, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, based on the new Batman adventures, was released in 2003. Anyway, I still appreciate the film for having the feel of Batman the Animated Series in my view, and the story is not too bad. The direction of Boyd Kirkland was absolutely really good. Now, of course, we also have the music by Michael McCustian. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but yeah. We have Kevin Conroy, once again voicing Bruce Wayne alias Batman, still good. Michael Ansara voices Dr. Freeze, Victor Freeze, aka Mr. Freeze, good. Loren Lester once again voices Dick Grayson and Robin. Efrem Zimbalist Jr. once again voices Alfred. Robert Costanzo once again voices Detective Bullock, and Bob Hastings once again voices Commissioner Gordon. Now, voicing Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, this time is the late Mary Kay Bergman. Dean Jones voices Dean Arbogast. And we have, let's see. And Robert Costanzo, not Robert Costanzo, I already talked about him. George Dzundza now voices Dr. Belson for the film. I'm sorry, I got tangled up with the names here. Sorry. And there's many other voices in this film and what have you. So the voice acting cast is pretty good. So with everything said, Batman and Mr. Freeze Subzero, short film, but overall it still proves to have a good entertaining feel to it. So with everything said, would I recommend this film? I would say yes. If you really want to get over the disappointing Batman Robin film, then this is a film for you. So yeah, I would recommend you give Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero a shot. It's a good film, and I think you'll really like it. Like I said about Batman Mask of the Phantasm, it's good in all ways. Great score, great voice acting cast, great animation, etc., etc., etc. So what did you think of Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. And later tonight, I'll be bringing to you a special spoiler-free review of Kalki 2898 AD. So if you like this, check out these other Batman bits and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the Lego Batman movie. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my TV log revisited on Batman the Animated Series. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.